This is from our doubles book, Simple Tennis, and we want to talk to you about when you're at net. There are 5 options. They're going to hit the ball to your forehand, your backhand, they're going to hit right at you, they'll lob it to you, or they'll dip it. You want to watch for a forehand or backhand and plan it out. If they go to your forehand, you do this, they go to your backhand, you do this. You buy a shot, you'll react, the lob, you have time, the dipping shot has to be slow so you have time. So think about what you're going to do. And when you're playing, remember what we talked about earlier with zones, is it's all about the height of the ball. Anything below your knees is beware, get the ball in play, keep the ball low, short angle. Anything from your knees up to your chest is kind of potentially a good shot, but it might be depending upon how close to the net you are. Because if it's above the net, you can hit it hard. But if it's level, net level, or below, you have to hit up on the ball. Anything above your shoulder, you can just go all out. And that's what we're going to talk about. Like, know the court, know what's going to happen, and what you can expect. The other thing too is whenever you play, you want to think of it like this. You're going to go left, right, at you, or over you. So whenever someone's about to hit a shot, notice the tendencies. The net man has to cover the alley. The server will come in and cover the middle and the short angle, because the short angle will be a slow shot. So when you're at net, you divide the court into zones. Balls on the forehand side, the net man will cover the forehand down the line. The partner will cover the forehand in the middle and the wide. But the net man also has the option to cut off the volley. Okay? Because whenever you cut off volley, it's very successful. When you're playing, you talk about close to close and deep to deep. If the ball is high and you're balanced, you hit the ball who is closest to you. That way you have the least amount of time to react. If they're really good, you have to hit it away from them. The biggest difference I noticed between 4-0 and 4-5 is the better players, you put any ball near them, they'll put the ball in play low. But when the ball is close to you, you hit it. Whenever you have a high ball, you're balanced inside the court, hit the ball to whoever is close to you when you have offense. When you don't, hit the ball deep. Give yourself the time to prepare for the next shot. And the poach is a very effective play also, because it's close to close again. I'm moving for a ball. I can go down the middle. I can go at the net person, or I can go away. When playing doubles, high level, you want to go away because people are really good getting the ball back. If you want to just be mean, you can play close to close, deep to deep. Close to close is not a social thing to do though. It's a competitive pattern. So don't use it on your dear Aunt Sally or like Uncle Tom, right? Okay. So let's talk about how these things come together. Here we have a classic point that illustrates what we're talking about, close to close, deep to deep. Notice me at net, notice how I move slightly. I move with the ball, I come back when the ball is behind me, right? My partner should go deep on his first shot because the ball is deep, he's not really far into the court. But he does have a forehand, so he could take the line shot, okay? So when you have a ground stroke, you can take the line shot if you have good ground stroke. If that net player hit the ball at me, the point will probably be over. Notice how I move with the ball also. Look, I start from the hair, I go back to the service line, right? The point would have been over, hit right at me. But he goes to my partner has time to get the ball back. So when you're close to close, you want to hit the ball. When you're inside the service box like that and you have a high ball, go to the net player. But it is a backhand, so you have to balance out the rules with what you can do. If you have a good backhand, then nail it at me. Or angle it, or go down the middle. But if you don't have a good backhand, then just keep it deep in front of you. Keep the ball in front of you. That way you're in position to cover the next shot. Doubles is about defense and about being ready for the next shot. So my partner takes a shot, goes to the net man, and then instead of letting the ball bounce, he hits a shot and comes in. and that allows us to take the net and close in. I communicate with him. I tell him that ball's going out, but he still hits it anyway. Okay, but notice that as soon as he hits the ball, I play the ball like it's going to work. I play cover down the eye. So that's another thing too, right? He hits the shot wide. I have to go wide to cover it down the line, but the point is over. Okay. Playing the other way, this is like more of a classic point. They're playing two-back formation. So he hits his first shot. There is no close person. So when there's no close person, play the middle. That way you won't miss the ball or angle it cross court. But play the middle. He flubs his shot, right? They're playing two back. Don't miss the first shot because they're playing two back. There's no threat. They're doing at net. We're at net. They give us a net. And then look at this. It's a flub shot, but we do a dance. See how we do the dance? And we do the dance because I don't want to get hit. If they play close to close, I could get hit. And it's very distracting when you do this. He didn't know what I was going to do. He was like middle, wide, and then you throw them off. Okay, so think about these things as we work into our doubles tennis as well as our singles.